Good morning, fellow beaters and heaters. It's Yamez here with Island Metal Forge with my co-host Solbert from Transcendental Artist Studios.
Good morning, everybody.
Trail Dust in the house. He's been listening to us do our pre-show warm-ups and all that stuff, so he heard that whole Ron Burgundy blah 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 stuff. Shane Lalonde, Nick Chu, Robert Whitney, Bortagov, Aimless Adventures, Eric, what up, Mr. Brunel, Mr. Pekka, how do? I just realized something. Give me 1 second.
Two.
Yeah,
Three.
we are in the actual Impractical Blacksmiths Lounge, not the Blacksmiths Church stage, so I can switch that up right quick. Talking 10. Start stage. That means Trail Dust. You're going to have to pop over and jump in the audience. Hey, Blackwater popped in. What's up, everybody?
There we go.
Oni Ryokinen. What's up, Oni? Paul Orchard. How do? Wayne Heights. Hey, Ron Dennis. So how's everybody's week been? Good? You good? We're good. I'm good. Busy as usual. I've got let me see. A lot of stuff going on at work. A lot of stuff going on around the home front here.
I totally forgot to work yesterday.
And work. A bit of stuff in the shop. I know later on today I got to get out. I've got a bunch of metal in the pickling tub, and I got to pull it out and clean it, and then I have to do a bunch of welding and this and that and everything else, and then set up for the show. I have an idea for what I'm going to do for my show later. I'm going to attempt a calla lily for spring. A buddy of mine did his first one, and I've never done one, and he was talking about how difficult it was to upset it all, and I'm like, just fold it over and forge weld it. And he's like, I never thought about that. And I'm like, I'll try it during my show. I've never done it either. So I'm going to try and do a folded, forge welded calla lily. Try. So if you tune in later today at 6 p.m., you get to see me try to do something that might be fun, might be a complete and total wreck. Watch me fail, watch me succeed, just watch me.
There you go.
What's up, Adam? I thought you were off today, or working today, or not here today.
I got the day off.
Oh, you got the day off.
So I thought I'd sneak in.
You sneaky. And our other co-host, the bi-weekly Speargrass Forge, Mr. Adam F. Smith. Adam Flewell hyphen Smith.
Correct. Hello, everyone. How are we today? Nice little surprise. Just thought I'd pop in and annoy you all.
Lord.
Evening, Adam.
G'day, Sally. How are you?
Fantastic.
You guys. But yeah, what's up? Since Sully was here first and on time, so what you got going this week, man?
Oh man, all I did was work my ass off. I got, I don't know, I put in like 90 last week, and I'm actually doing my paperwork for yesterday. I forgot, and I can't believe I didn't get a text message this morning. Need your time, but I should be pretty close to about 80 this week. And between that and everything else I've got going, I've had about 5 hours of sleep every day this week, but I feel great. I got 7 last night, so I feel like a new person. And yeah, I did a bit of forging last night. I made myself a steak turner, and I threw chucked up a piece of mesquite in the lathe and turned a handle for it that with all kinds of little designs and stuff in it, which is the first time I've done that, and it came out pretty decent.
Yeah, I saw a picture of that. Share that. Toss that in the Island Metal Forge chat when you get a sec.
All right, now I'll do that as soon as I get done with my paperwork. I can do that. That's all I got.
Yeah. I want a lathe. All right. Yes, hello to all the lurkers out there. So, Sneaky Speargrass, what you got today, or this week?
This last week, of course, I was working. However, what I've got planned for this week coming is to finish putting together the temporary cover shelter, whatever, so I can start making some stock for this upcoming show. It's been one of the things that I've been meaning to do, but it keeps raining. This year seems to have the wet season that never ends. Normally by March we're generally getting to drying it out. There's not really much rain. We've had, like, out of 7 days a week, we've had rain 4 days in the week, which just keeps throwing all my plans out because I managed to get the point where I can get down a driveway so I can start getting materials to put the rest of the shed together, and then it rains and I can't get down my driveway anymore. So it's one of the things that every time I'm able to do something, it rains again, and it's now getting toward the end of March. Normally all the rain stopped and I just can't do anything because I can't get down my driveway. So that's throwing a spanner in the works, but looking positively forward, just got to make hay when the sun shines, and now had a bit of a lightning strike, so it actually caused a little bit of burning around the area where my shed's going to be, which will actually make it easier for me to put the shed together. Because exactly. So it was actually, that lightning strike was a good thing, but it's just one of those things.
You know what you need to do for your driveway? I just thought about this. Gather tires and then lay the tires out for your driveway, and then fill them with gravel. Yep.
Yeah, I have seen
and then
that.
boom, boom. You don't have to. Yeah. I got tires. You can come and get them.
Yeah. Sure. I'll just book that. I'll just get on that private hire plane and just fly over there and pick them up.
You pay the barge shipping, and I'll get them to the port. 500
and then you'll
tires?
smuggle yourself on the barge. Yeah, then you'll smuggle yourself onto the barge, and you'll come over with it.
Right, and then just fly back. Because barges take so long.
Why? You'd be here.
Huh?
Why would you fly back? You'd be here.
Because all my stuff is here.
You wouldn't need your stuff at that point.
Yeah, I can just build new stuff.
That's right. Exactly. See,
yeah.
Sally's got the right idea.
Yeah, travel all the way to Australia.
I see Blackwater in the audience as well today. Yeah. I did see Trail Dust. Unfortunately, it looks like Trail Dust had to jump off. But yeah, hello Blackwater, and just to let everyone in the chat know, don't forget, if you have a question and you're able to get on the Discord and you want to ask us a question in person, jump over, raise your hand, and ask the question, and then we can always pop you up so you can ask a question and answer you live.
Yeah, I know Randy was asking what kind of lathe you got, Sully, while I have your picture up.
It's the $200 Harbor Freight model. No sense spending a whole bunch of money on something that turns out you don't really care about or whatever. Just kind of like buying a Harbor Freight anvil. Just go with the cheap one first. Make sure it's worth the investment, and so that's what I did. I bought the little Harbor Freight lathe, and I've been having a lot of fun playing with it. I've never actually. This is actually the first thing that I've made that I'm going to actually use. I built a handle for a dagger, but it came out too short, so I was unable to use it. And other than that, all I've done is put branches in and then try to whittle them down to twigs and to balance them and stuff, and just basically play it around. So this is actually the first thing that I've
purposely done.
Turned to completion with. It wasn't really, the design wasn't really on purpose. That was actually pretty random. I've got this whole set of spindle tools, and I'm like,
Just kind of
All right,
playing
let's
with
see what
them.
kind of designs we can put in here, and that's what I came up with.
Absolutely, that looks beautiful. I want to get a lathe. I want to get a lathe so bad.
I tell you what, it is fun, except for the continuous barrage of wood chips in your face.
I like getting hit in the face with things. It's all good. What's up, Jeff Killian? On that note, but yeah, yeah. I might look into building a lathe. It's like every time I think of doing something like that, it's like something else seems to take priority. A lot of the stuff that I'm doing right now is more fab than actual smithing. So a metal lathe would be freaking amazing. You know?
Oh yeah, let me step outside and grab that. I'll step outside and grab that steak turner too.
Yeah.
I don't have the hole drilled in the handle yet, but
But who does?
yeah, right.
Hey,
Yeah,
Mr.
Yamas,
Lomas.
are you saying you're a fabricmith at the moment as opposed to a blacksmith?
Okay, by fabricating, what I'm basically doing is cutting things out and welding them together, and like doing a lot of polish, and different designs and such, and then welding things together, welding and bolting things together. The coin merge plates and stuff that I've been doing. I still have those handles to finish and whatnot. But yeah, actual in the forge swinging a hammer, from bar stock to finished product, I haven't been doing a whole ton of. So, unfortunately.
I'm of the firm belief that fabricmithing, where you do a little bit of blacksmithing on something that's largely fabricated, you're still blacksmithing.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not saying it's not at all. It's just I've been having more of a need to use torches than the forge. Like just a quick bend here or there, a quick heat up and toss a stamp in here and there, rather than light the coal, let it go, and all that stuff. Blackwater Blades, the audio loop back from watching both on here and Discord is odd. Discord is about 15 seconds early. Most people that hop in the Discord and everything and listen, they'll watch on mute. They'll mute the YouTube and watch. But yeah, there's about a 15-second broadcasting delay. 15 to 20, depending on if you use Mississippi's or Tutankhamun's.
G'day, Drew 1979. Welcome into the Discord.
Yep. What's up? Okay. Yeah. Mr. Moore Damascus. This is that Damascus frame that John Brunel's been working on. Freaking beautiful. And there's Sully's steak turner. Yeah. A beautiful twist on that.
Almost perfect.
What's that?
Alright.
Welcome over to the Discord to Almost Perfect.
Oh yeah.
I need to.
Yeah, child does fabric-smithing. We all do fabric-smithing at some stage.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that it becomes a necessity, particularly when you've got a lot of orders of a particular thing, unless it's a thing that gets smithed all the way through. Like for example, S hooks. But even then, to a certain degree, if you cut, or unless you're cutting all your basic lengths with your hot cut, if you've got 10 bars and you're using a drop saw or something to cut them through, to a certain degree, everyone that does any sort of production forging at some stage will do some fabricmithing, and that's my personal opinion anyway. And it's no way around it particularly if you've got a business and you're trying to make money. I have a fairly safe bet, and I know, like, look at Roy. He's got his plasma cutter, and when he's cutting his blanks, to a certain degree. That's even though those blanks are smithed to completion, that's fabric smithing to a certain degree, and it's a modern. And we've had this discussion many times. If smiths 300, 400, 500 years ago had access to the tools that we had now, they'd be doing exactly the same thing because hey, time is money.
Yeah, exactly. There's some cool pictures coming in. Looks like Drew's shop build is coming along. I want a gantry crane. I'm jealous. And Mr. Lonus with some penny scrolls.
Is that a Mawabo emoji you have in the chat?
Unavailable unless I activate channel memberships.
I want it.
Unavailable
That is so
to
cool.
you guys unless I activate channel memberships. And the only reason I haven't done that is because that would mean my next video has to be promoting my channel memberships, and I feel that is tacky. So I've had a lot of people say, do it. Even Roy's like, why haven't you done it yet? If you're allowed to, just do it, blah, 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 but I don't know. I might do it. Maybe I will record a...
It's a Mawabo in the chat. That is a Mawabo emoji. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Is that in the YouTube or is that in the
YouTube chat?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And Roy, the gantry crane is about 30 years old. Man, I still want one. What I want is one of Roy's shop cranes, simple build shop crane. Roy popping in, showing off his basins again. That means he's lurking. Hi, Roy. Yep, there's absolutely nothing wrong with using tech to make it more efficient, unless your job is specifically traditional blacksmithing techniques, and you advertise traditional blacksmithing techniques.
Like someone working in a reenactment or a historical village, or in a museum setting, or doing historical reproductions for a historical society or something like that. That's when those traditional techniques and stuff are absolutely 110% to be abided by. But yeah, other than that, when it comes to general what we're doing, yeah, I 100% agree. There's certain situations where traditional blacksmithing is necessary. As an Atoya, welcome over to the Discord. Nice to have you with us.
I'm messing with Roy. What's up? Names. What's up? Screen name? Azwan Toya. Azwana Toya. I like that. That's a cool name. I like that picture. Yeah. Alrighty. People are sending. I just sent it to you.
The chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm trying to follow chats. I'm trying to make sure if I see somebody raise their hand, I'm trying to.
Yep. I've got the chat request.
Okay, you got that. Okie dokie.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I know if Roy wants to come, hop in and brag about 10,000 hammer blows, he can, pop in anytime. I think he's able to pop in without raising his hand. But I know I know he likes to sit there on his couch and just watch us, and Jess in the background just go rolling her eyes at all my jokes, and the kids watching, and he can't always be on. I can't ask him to pop in all the time. But that's just me. I'll sit here and shame him until he jumps in to defend himself. With that, though, unless anybody else had anything to say real quick, what's his face? Roy just shared with his little 10,000 hammer blow copper basin. Kind of brings in that's such a cool fly press. Stop it, Roy. Kind of brings in a little bit of a non sequitur style segue into our Medal of the Week, which is 10.
Yeah.
Adios, Eric.
All right. Well,
I just jumped into that.
you jumped 5 minutes too soon.
Did I? I can wait 5 minutes and just sit there and.
Yeah, I've got to run my paperwork over to the office.
Yeah,
before I get in trouble.
Yeah,
and,
do your thing. Be your bee. I'll sit here and just tease Roy. That is 100%
yeah,
fab.
I'm actually going to leave. I'm actually going to leave the phone in here so I stay connected on my devices and all
Sure.
that. So I'm going to step out. I'm going to run over to the office, drop this off, and be right back.
Yeah, Roy, that is 100% fab. It doesn't look like you used heat at all on that.
Remind me of some special like gold or silver ingots. You know, that color. They're probably silver or lead, but you know, they look like it's a special silver or lead ingot, specially designed or a special weight.
Yeah, how's the apron holding up, Adam?
Apron's holding up pretty good. I do have to get one of my leatherworking friends just to reattach the Speargrass Forge logo that sits in the center, just because of the move and stuff like that. It had a little bit of corrosion around the rivets that were holding the leather pieces together, so I'm just going to get my friend to sew it on. Nothing against the quality of the production or anything like that, which is simply because it was in the container that got attacked by termites. So luckily it didn't get eaten by the termites. Like, I had it packed separately in a metal box and it was out of the way. But I just have to, just for the change in temperatures and humidity and stuff like that, it's just the corrosion's happened, so I've just got to get it sewn back on. Nothing other than that. It's fantastic as always, and I love it still.
Yeah. I like Randy's aprons. I want a gator skin apron with a...
Randy's...
What?
I was saying Randy's aprons are awesome, and of course, Randy made my apron out of kangaroo leather that I'd sent him, and he manufactured it and sent it back, he's the most beautiful apron.
I just want a gator skin with like the gator plates from the back right there. That'd be wild. Roy is going on a forged or fab kick, sharing pictures. I'm going to go ahead and say that is 100% fabbed. I think you're a Fabrasmith, Roy. No.
Wait, don't twist my words. You know what I meant.
Roy is awesome. Roy does some awesomely inspiring things. You know, and nobody can say otherwise. For those of you listening, Roy is Roy Adams from Holy Cow, it's a Yeti. That's fab. That's totally
fabricated,
fab.
that one. Yep, totally.
Roy is, Roy Adams from Christ-Centered Ironworks. I highly suggest you subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. This is every Sunday he comes in here and cuts loose. Blackwater. I'm slightly upset Discord won't allow me to share a simple compass scribe that I was working on. Your name is White. There is my fellow admin set up something. He said it shouldn't affect it. Like some sort of button that you click, like to accept the rules or something, that turns you from white to green and allows you to share pictures and join voice and all that. That might be why you haven't been able to. But I can...
Okay, I made it back.
Also,
Woo!
It's saying it's explicit content.
Hey, that's the best content right there, isn't it?
Now I got to see this scribe. There you go. Go ahead and... Oh, because of all... Yeah, Discord. Try it again.
Hey, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I say that nobody's acknowledging my jokes, so I was wondering if my Discord was screwed up again.
No, I heard you. I just didn't... I heard you talking. I didn't hear because I was confused why somebody's... I know Discord changed its rules recently, and it's like oh man, that means that they're freaking paying attention to what we're saying, and yeah.
Big Brother is always listening.
Yeah. Sup, Roy? Welcome officially to the chat. Xavier Sontag. Roy gave you a shout out, and I've been wanting to come in since. Well, welcome. Yep. This is where Roy hangs out on Sundays to let loose. This is where he can share his views and opinions that are not necessarily, that of Christ-centered Ironworks. Yep, we hang out here every Sunday.
We're the impractical blacksmiths, We don't always do things the right way, but we get things done.
Eventually, yeah. So, what's up, Bloobs? But yeah, so with Sully back, we can get to our Medal of the Week. 10.
Medal of the Week.
Have some sort of intro music,
Yeah, we're
still missing that.
That is the wee wee. Freaking, I'm shredding the air guitar.
Right. Okay,
Garth.
Party on, y'all, man.
Party on, Sully. All right.
Okay.
So.
Gotta wait for my.
Well, 10. So I know that 10 being the Medal of the Week is what we've kind of done here. We're moving through the ages. If you haven't picked up on that, we did wrought iron early on, and so that covers iron. But no, we'll get to iron. But we did copper, then bronze, now tin. So kind of blacksmithing through the ages.
Right, and my laptop just shut down.
Oh, great!
So I am
noteless.
Rambling here.
Ramble.
Yeah. So okay.
Just to let you know, technically, if you're working with tin, it's no longer blacksmithing; it's whitesmithing.
I thought it was tinsmithing.
Right. So
same. Yeah. Just like coppersmithing or redsmithing, tin is tinsmithing or whitesmithing. Just to let you know.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Let's learn something.
Sully, we're trying to cover
for
you
right.
There, man.
No, I'm ready to rock and roll here. I got it. Sorry. I was technology got the better of me, and I was out of breath and everything. So here we go. So tin is it's a pure element, atomic number 50. Are we done, Yames?
No, yeah, I was just singing "Take My Breath Away."
I'm just messing with you. Okay, so tin is soft enough that you can cut it with. It's pretty easy to cut, and if you have like a bar of tin and you bend it, it has it makes a sound called the tin cry, which is kind of like, it's a result of twining in the crystals when you bend it. It's a trait that is also shared by indium, cadmium, zinc, and solid mercury. And which I found interesting that you could. I didn't know you could bend the solid mercury even. We might have to get into that sometime in the future. Who knows? Tin. Oh, gosh darn it! I'm really not happy with having to start over from scratch on this. Tin is primarily obtained from stannic oxide, SnO2 tin oxide, stannic oxide, I guess. I guess if you add chlorine to that, you get stannous chloride, and that's what you use for detecting gold, silver, platinum, and palladium in solution. That's just off the top of my head.
A resident scientist.
Yeah. Well, don't even get me started on the isotopes of tin. That's absolutely fascinating. But so tin is initially used mainly in the alloying with copper to make bronze, which we covered last week. It's typically 1/8 tin and 7/8 copper, and that goes back as early as 3000 BC. And after about 600 BC, pure metallic tin was produced. Pewter, which is an alloy of about 85 to 90% tin, and the rest of it is usually copper, antimony, bismuth, sometimes lead or silver. That's been used for like flatware and decorative stuff all the way up from the Bronze Age up to modern times. It's often used, like I remember tin from when I was a plumber. We call it silver solder, but it's primarily tin, and it's usually alloyed with things like if it's for DWV, there's lead in tin solder, and then there's tin and nickel, and tin and or nickel and tin, and all these different alloys of solder that are typically 60% or more tin. It's used for primarily nowadays. It's used for plating inside of steel cans or containers, such as like your can of corn that's sitting in the cupboard. That is a steel can with a couple molecule thick electroplating of tin on the inside, so that your food doesn't taste like metal, because tin is a very non-reactive metal. And that is the main use for it today. Although it's also used in some translucent superconductors, and so tin was actually one of the very first superconductor discovered. It superconducts at about 3.72 degrees Kelvin, and I don't know why I remember that, but I do for some reason. Tin is a soft, malleable, ductile, and highly crystalline silvery white metal. And I did look up where you can get it last night, and of course you can get it on the internet, because you can get anything on the internet. I mean, if you wanted to buy uranium, you can buy it on eBay. But tin, you can buy it in, say, like 5 by 7 inch sheets at Hobby Lobby for $4, and then you could do with as you please with it. And I also found ingots of tin for sale in various places, eBay, Amazon, etc. And they average about $3 a gram. So like the bars that I looked up were like 53 grams, so like they were like 2-ounce ingots for $17. So yeah, it works out to about $3 a gram.
Yeah.
And it goes into there's this whole thing about the transformation of tin, because at different temperatures it has different characteristics. Like at some temperatures you can bend it, at lower temperatures it'll fracture, and it's some really weird stuff. Just because its properties change so much, just depending on room temperature. I mean, and I'm talking about differences, like at 58 degrees Fahrenheit, 13 Celsius, or 32 degrees. So just there's two different forms of tin. The same bar will be one type of tin at 58 degrees or 55 degrees, and a different type of tin at 32. It's like type A and type B, and it has to do with the crystallization of the structure of the crystallization. I don't know. That's weird to me, and I don't really understand it, nor do I spend a few hours digging deep into that whole rabbit hole. I spent about something like half an hour yesterday just digging through the isotopes, because it has the highest number of stable isotopes of any element, and it's also got some all of the unstable isotopes are usually pretty fast, with their half-life being anywhere from a couple hours to a couple days. And there's one isotope, I think it's 126, I think, has a half-life of like 436,000 years, and then the next longest one after that is 43 years. So there's just that one radioactive isotope of tin that's a little bit weird, and then it goes all into how each one of them is formed during stellar evolution and this, that, and the other, which I found fascinating, but none of y'all care about. You want to know what can you do with it, and
Well,
what you can do with it is white smithing. It's like take a piece of tin, you roll it up and make a funnel right quick. Solder the sides together. Things like that. We did a little bit of that when I was in high school ag class, and they made us make funnels. Like you would put oil in a car or something. And I thought that was pretty interesting, but that was my only real experience with tin, other than in solder when I was a plumber. And that's all I got. Who's next?
I was going to say, it'd be awesome. I'd like to try to tinsmith or silversmith or whitesmith or whatever a bucket, like forge my own bucket, and get some tin or get some. I think modern they use galvanized steel, but forge my own bucket and see how it goes. Like do the whole because you got to do some sort of a little crimp connection for the bottom and stuff like that, where you fold it over and crimp it together and then use solder to seal it. And I think it'd be really cool and really fun to literally forge a bucket. And that's just me. I mean, I may be completely wrong. It may not be fun at all.
I don't disagree with that at all. I mean, I did a funnel, and I actually had a lot of fun with that because it was a little bit challenging, and a bucket would be even more so, because I mean you're talking about, okay, so you start with the basic shape like a funnel, and then you once you get the side put together, then you kind of flatten out the bottom, put a bottom on it, and then crimp the outside edge over, and then solder. I mean, yeah, it would be a challenging little experiment.
Right.
Yeah. While Sully's been chatting, I've also been having a quick look on YouTube, and there is a lot of stuff on that single videos and stuff like that on tinsmithing and coppersmithing. There is one channel, however, that I have found, and I've actually been subscribed for a little while to this, and it's House Copper and Cookware, and they actually are it's a lady that specializes in copper and tinsmithing for cookware and pots and all that type of stuff. So I haven't watched much of it, but if you're looking at getting into a little bit more coppersmithing or a little bit more tinsmithing, red and white smithing, it's a good channel to check out. It is, of course, it does fall, as we know, with Roy doing a lot of copper work. The copper red smithing and white smithing do fall into our family. So go check out someone that, and it's always worth looking at something that's a little bit out of the normal, because there's stuff that they might do as part of the course that might be that bit of inspiration or that link of something of technique that you're doing that it's like, that's something I could do, or pulling inspiration from other walks or something that you should always keep an eye out for, because I know that helps me sometimes too.
Right.
So sorry. So go ahead, Sally.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, as Sally was saying before about where to find tin. Of course, you can find it online. Also, find a lot of pewter. Pewter is actually an alloy that is 93% tin. So a lot of pewter stuff is cast, of course, but it is primarily tin. So if you're ever looking for if you can't get access to pure tin online, go for the pewter, particularly newer pewter. Newer pewter is better because it doesn't contain lead. Historically, pewter did contain a portion of lead to alloy it, so keep that in mind if you are going for pewter. If modern pewter is healthier to use, but also, as Sally said, there's also the situation where a lot of old tin stuff was actually tinned, as in the tin was plated on or cast over a steel
Hey, Ethel.
based in order to protect it and help it. It was the historical version of galvanizing. Basically, tin is tin was put over the top in order to protect the metallic base and make it good for use for foods and all sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I always thought pewter was like more lead than anything else. I didn't know, growing up, I didn't know pewter was a different metal. I was like, it's like lead.
Typically, in my recollection, pewter's always been pretty heavy,
Yeah, exactly. I
That's
know.
why I said historically pewter contained lead. Modern pewter though, since like the 70s when lead started being seen as very unhealthy, because lead leaches into things. But yeah, the modern pewter has had the lead removed, and like I said, it's still even by weight, lead is a lot heavier. But so if you have 93% tin and say 4% lead, you're going to feel that lead in something that's that contains it. So yeah, no longer most modern pewters no longer contain lead.
Right. And I apologize right now. I'm addicted to these gourmet jelly beans. And so I'm like munching.
Yames, what have I told you
I know.
about eating on?
Yep. I can't help it. I keep them in my John bowl that I turned over at Mr. Coffee's house. Actually, Mr. Coffee had turned that for me. But I helped. Yeah. So I'm distracted by freaking jelly beans. Knowing that a replacement for tin in a modern day setting would be like just galvanized sheet steel. I think it'd be cool to head over to the HVAC aisle of the Home Despot and grab myself a sheet and play a little bit with it. Give it a try. Give it a shot, And Trail Dust is sharing one of his pewter pieces. So, neat. I'm trying, guys.
Okay.
I'm really trying.
Is that a piece that Trail Dust cast himself, or?
I think he carved it. Trail Dust, you gotta tell us about this. You can't just be like, look what I have.
Yeah. What's the story on that?
What's the story, Morning Glory? And hello to those who have entered the chat and I haven't said hello to yet. Athol and Curtis and I think and Wayne and Dylan.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. My God, the weather. It's everywhere. Sorry. I'll shut up.
Yep.
Oh.
Come on there, Trail Dust. You're leaving us all hanging now.
Right?
Either come over into the church and raise your hand, and I'll put you up there to the speaker so you can explain what you did with this, or or at least tell us in the chat so we know what's going on.
I don't believe he has a mic set up. I don't believe
he just answered. He said, "Nope, it was purchased. A gift to my dad." Back to me when he passed. Right. Okay. It is an awesome piece. It's very pretty and it's astute. But yeah,
very detailed as well.
It is, and remarkably detailed. But yeah, it's one of those things that that channel that I was talking about before, House Copper and Cookware, they use a lot of stainless steel sheeting as well for some of their stuff. So I know it's maybe that's an idea to give you a little bit of something else to some people hate sheet metal work, but and that's what tinsmithing was really back in the day. If you think about it, sheet metal work.
I think it'd just be a a neat little side foray into a different type of work that I've done so far. I always love those, like Sully said, jumping down a rabbit hole and seeing if you can swim. That's the expression, right? I am not a robot.
Right.
Robert Lonis is trying to get me to his shop. He's trying to lure me in with metal and cookies.
Well, if he's gonna do it, that's the way to do it. Either that or jelly beans.
Jelly beans and gummy worms. Athol, I'm old enough to remember D&D minifigures were made of pewter. That's the thing. It's like I had when I was growing up, there was like almost like a treasure chest box that my dad had growing up, and it was full of D&D figurines made of pewter, and he had them all like wrapped and organized and everything, and it was his pride and joy. And it's like, whenever we'd play freaking D&D, or try to start a game, which usually devolved into arguments, we'd always use those. But,
now, Monopoly, the Monopoly figurines are pewter. Or I mean, I haven't seen a Monopoly game in like 10 years. They used to be, and I'm sure originally they were lead, but
now they're plastic. I remember when they were wood. Hey, Dwayne.
When they were wood. Yamesh, you remember? You're going to say you remember when they were carved out of stone?
No, I don't.
Do not.
No, like
Do
wood.
not pass go.
They were metal, then they were wood. No, weren't they? Like the houses used to be wood. Like, I mean, that's not. Like, I think you could still buy some of the wooden piece games, and now they make them. Now
Yeah, I don't. The oldest ones I've seen are from the '60s, and they were plastic then. So.
Really, I remember seeing houses made of wood.
Well, I mean, anybody could just make those. I mean, they didn't necessarily have to come in the game. I mean.
True.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, you could buy a brand new Monopoly board and then hand make all of the pieces yourself.
Yeah, I remember back when the ancients cast them from pure molten lava.
Or you can hand make the board too nowadays. There's plenty of artisanal boards out there with that. But on that saying, I recently bought a Monopoly board, and they still have pewter playing pieces, but they're modern pewter, of course. They're not lead based. But they're still modern pewter playing pieces. So they're still metallic. They still have a little bit of weight to them. They're still So you can still get the ones with metallic playing pieces. But of course, the houses and the hotels are still plastic. But tis what it is.
Tis indeed. Yes.
So now we've covered all the elements to make bronze. Hey, that's one thing I meant to ask. Sully, what is the melting point of tin?
450 some odd degrees Fahrenheit.
Cool.
So that's above copper?
And it's no, I don't know if that's above, I don't think that's above copper. No, it can't be above copper. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to use it to solder copper. Because I know lead is like 800 degrees. Tin is less than that, and I want to say copper is like in the 1600 range. Because I mean, I really got to get my forge going to what do you call it? Well, not really. I guess the temperature at which steel is very malleable, I guess you could say, is about where copper becomes molten. Because when I work my ground rods, I can work them without getting them hot enough to melt the copper off, but I prefer to just melt the copper off. So I stick it in there, and when it's orange hot, I walk over and I slap it on the far side of the anvil, and all of the copper flies off and hits the ground, because you don't want to hit the thing with a hammer while it's covered in molten copper. Been there.
Why not?
got the T-shirt. So yeah, but. So I would say it's because tin is about half of what lead is. I want to say lead is 840, and I want to say tin is like 453 or 456, something like that. I actually just had that pulled up, and and was going to ignore it, but I can actually look it up again.
That's in freedom units. For those of you around the rest of the world that use metric,
250 degrees Celsius.
I was going to say I've got it in Celsius. So the melting point for copper is 1,085 degrees Celsius. Tin is 231 or 232 degrees Celsius for the melting point of tin, and as compared to the melting point of lead, which is 327.5 degrees Celsius. So yes, tin is one quarter of the temperature of the melting point of copper. So that makes sense. Probably, if you're going to be working tin, you have to keep, particularly in a forge, keep a very good eye on it because it will melt a lot quicker than copper, and we all know how quick copper melts in a forge.
And to be fair, 450 degrees. To be fair, 450. A soldering iron gets hotter than that. So. If you think about that, you might not want to put tin in a forge. You could melt tin on your stove.
That's absolutely true.
I know this because I can on an electric stove I can evaporate tellurilium out of gold tellurides just by setting a piece of calaverite containing minerals on the element, or on the electrical element, and tellurilium evaporates at 1,000 degrees. So a red electrical heating element on your stove is well over 1,000 degrees. And good luck with a tin pot on that.
You're well over 1,000 degrees.
You're saying you're hot there, Sally.
What can I say? I'm hot.
I'm devolving. I gotta say, I gotta step back a second and say, you guys with your dang science and research, and I'm here for the knock around comedy and community aspect, and you guys come in with your science and your awesome. This show is awesome with you guys. I can't even freaking compete. Oh. Every time somebody pops in with the science behind something, it's just like, whoa, that's awesome. And and then Adam's accent, and it's like,
so what you're saying is the only thing that to the show is his accent, huh?
No, he brings a level of organization to the show that just can't be beat. You two combined brought this show from me just sitting here staring at a camera reading comments to, an actual show. And I personally believe you guys deserve, the honest and legit recognition for that. This show would not be what it is without you guys. It really
well. To be fair, we appreciate yous twos.
Everyone that comes and listens to us ramble on for an hour and a half each Sunday is all appreciated. You guys are wonderful there in the chat. But we all know that Yamas is the pretty face of it all. We just talk in the background, Sally?
yeah, that's it. Hey, honestly, if we can get, I might work on that this week or next. If we can get a few more server boosts, we might not just have to be audio. You never know.
Yeah. I know I'm gonna probably look into more boosting myself. Adding a few extra boosts myself.
I found this week I got to do it on the computer. And navigating this laptop, it's going to make me pull my hair out. So I should be able to figure out what tower I'm going to buy this week, and I don't know how long it's going to take to ship or whatever. But I should have one purchased this week, and then Katie bar the door. It's going to be on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Once I have a real computer and a real microphone, hey. I want to be a real boy.
Yamas is the puppet.
Yep. Oh, we were talking.
You can't see. You can't see below his chest because there's a hand going up.
Ooh, don't threaten me with a good time. Oh my goodness. Yeah. No. I can't breathe. Right? I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Oh, we already used that one.
It's magic.
PG.
Yeah, I'm crying. No, we were talking before the show about teleprompters and stuff. You know, if Sully were to like write my script or whatever, and I just start following it and be like that anchorman Ron Burgundy. I can't even say it because it's not appropriate. But I'd be like, "Hi everybody, I'm Yamez," and oh, did he just say that? Yeah. I edited it. You guys didn't hear it.
Oh, believe me, if I could run your teleprompter, I don't think we could stop laughing long enough to do the dang show.
Oh, I'd be really good. I'd be like, "Yes, Sully, that was a fantastic statement. Insert laugh here."
No, in all honesty, though, you're pretty good at being able to read ahead of your mouth, and so you because we used to try to trip you up with some stuff back in the day, and never only got you like once maybe, but so you're pretty good about seeing it before you say it. Whereas like somebody else is just blindly reading it and isn't even paying attention to what it says, So
yeah.
Whereas that would be a funny bit, I don't think we could seriously get you to do that.
I don't know. Not on that. You wouldn't get me doing it on accident.
Yeah.
I'm like, you want me to read what? It's like the vessel with the pestle is the vessel with the poison, and the flagon with the dragon is the brew that's true.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Oh my goodness. We've scared away half the audience. Now it's just Drew in the audience for the church chat.
Aww.
I can't share that. Robert. Okay, yeah, I can. I think.
It must be from a show that I'm not familiar with.
You what?
I think this must be from a show or something
I'm not familiar with. The movie Anchorman.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't seen that. I'm not a big fan of Will Ferrell.
Yeah, not a lot of people are, surprisingly.
Yes.
There you go, Xavier. I'm a murderer. Why? I make people laugh to death. Why? I just show up.
And jokes.
Oh man.
I can't even say no Prime Minister joke because our Prime Minister is a joke at the moment. But
Oh, politics.
Hey, politics. Multiple blood-sucking parasites. Politic.
Adios, Drew. Drew says he's about to head out. It's time for church. Yeah, it's pushing that 11 o'clock hour.
It is.
Adios,
It's actually
Blues.
right on the nose by the look of it.
Yeah, a lot of people are signing out to head to church. Oh, man. Stretchy stretch.
This is my church. Church of the Blacksmiths.
Yep. And then I go to the Anvil Altar.
Yep.
Praise the forge and pass the borax.
Yep. Everybody knows you cannot in any way, shape, or form complete proper forge weld with about a half a pound of borax added to it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's why borax is so cheap. It's because you have to use so much.
Yeah. See, Roy has entered the chat. Oh no!
You can just see Roy going red with white with rage.
White with rage.
We all know he stands knee deep in flux sometimes. So
Yeah.
you know.
All he has to do is take his piece, dip it down, and then into the flux, and that's what you dip it in and swirl it around a bit. Make sure it's
and
nice
we've all
and
seen
coated.
that. We've all seen that ad, the Christ-centered Ironworks spray and flux ad. We've seen it. We know it's true.
Yeah.
You can't deny it, Roy.
Right.
Yeah.
Christ-centered ironworks, hot metal glue.
Yep. I believe we have that as an image or a what is it called?
We have borax as a as an emoji.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, we've got I think we've got an anvil. We've got your cross palm logo. We've got a picture of borax.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't really zoom in on that too much.
No,
Metal glue.
it's not something you would have to use it individually. Kind of like go to there and then.
What do you do? Yeah, that's what it is.
Got a twitching eye.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you got to put it on one by itself. That's what I was trying to say. But
Yeah. Yeah. So also another fun thing, our Discord server has a whole bunch of custom emojis, and
no, it does not have a whole bunch of custom emojis. It has 4. We've got 50 slots, and we're using 4 of them.
Well,
So
I'll go on an
that.
emoji binge one of these days and make a whole bunch.
Right.
Yeah.
We need a couple of real hammers. We need a cross peen hammer, and we need an actual
Wait,
turning hammer, not just a.
Do you know how to make emojis there, Yamos?
I believe so. Yeah,
Okay.
I can make
I mean,
them.
like, I made some for another server. We can get into that later, and they are
That could be the after chat.
Ner. Yeah.
That could be the after chat. No
Yeah,
flux
yeah.
needed. We'll make a Roy specific emoji using the metal glue borax emoji, and then it'll be like Ghostbusters logo, but borax instead, where it's just like the crop.
Or a picture of a picture of oh gosh, I guess it would be hard to do an emoji, kind of like hot metal, then the white powder like sprinkling down like it's snowing, because it's snowing borax.
Flux Bay, like Salt Bay, but with flux.
No flux needed, no flux given.
I hate how long it takes to load some of these.
Or you could say Roy has 0 flux to give today.
Yeah.
I did say that correctly, but it didn't sound like it. So. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
That's Roy all day right there.
We need a. You know what? I'm gonna save this picture and turn this into an emoji. I'm gonna cut this out so that it's just this, and then I'll put the metal. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna work on emojis after the show, and also I would like an honest opinion from you guys in the chat. Go ahead and setting up the channel membership thing. It's less about the money and more about the making custom emojis available to you guys. Do you guys think that would be? I know Roy told me to do it, but how do you save a picture? Oh yeah, save image. But you guys think that would be a good thing, bad thing? Maybe I'll create a poll real quick.
Hey, Yamez, what's the name of that GIF?
Salt Bay.
Oh, okay. Like if I was to look it up on Giphy or whatever, I'd look up Salt Bay and I'd come up with that one somewhere in the mix.
Yeah, if you're talking about the one where he's like salty, Or you could look at, salty.
No, I'm talking about the one where he's sprinkling the glitter.
Yeah, well, sprinkling this one right here. Yeah.
I'm not looking.
Right.
I'm not looking at the.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I'm looking at the Island Metal Forge chat. That's it. I can't see.
Yeah,
it
the
right
last
now.
one where he's sprinkling the salt.
Yeah. Well, that looks like glitter, but
Well,
okay.
What he's actually doing is he's salting a steak. This dude got famous for this GIF. He's a chef. He got famous for the meme, and opened up like 10 restaurants where you can buy a $10,000 tomahawk steak that is gold. It's got like gold, edible gold leaf on it, and then he at the table he'll come and do that little salt sprinkle thing on it. It's like $10,000 for the experience or whatever, and it's like, yeah,
I'll pass.
yeah, me too. I don't even like tomahawk steaks, but yeah.
I don't either. Yeah. Beef backstrap with the ribs still attached.
Yeah.
In deer, you call it backstrap. In a cow, it's called ribeye. And if you don't take the rib off of it, then it's a tomahawk. So it's the same dang thing.
Yeah.
And actually, my least favorite cut of meat on a cow is the ribeye. I don't like it at all. But I'm weird like that.
So yeah, in the quick poll, just to get back to that, a resounding 88% yes, 12% no. So it looks like I'll be I just got to do a short video saying, hey, I'm going to be doing channel memberships. I'm going to be adding custom emojis, and I'm going to have different tiers and all that stuff. I'm going to try and keep it simple and cheap. I believe there's like a minimum cap for what, like I don't think I can do 10 cents for a membership. But because YouTube wants their money. But yeah, and then I'll work on both for the Discord server and for YouTube chat. I'll work on some custom emojis. That way, because the only one I have right now is this guy. Send it. No.
Just send it, bud.
Send it.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I think I sent it too hard.
Channel membership is basically it's a way to support the channel. I'm a channel member of Roy's, and yeah.
It's not on the not on the Discord chat either.
Do what?
The Moabo is not an emoji on the Discord chat.
Not yet. I just haven't gotten around to it. I'll be adding all of that. Yeah. To be fair, though, while I do have approximately 3,000 subs, I think only 15 of you guys watch my videos. So.
Remember pandering for subs?
I do. Now they all have notifications turned off, and it is what it is.
Yeah. Come on, let's get this guy to 1,000 subscribers so that we can go live tonight.
Yeah. It is what it is. I mean, it's to be fair, I did it to myself. My subscribers slowed down. My subscriber climb has slowed down because I haven't been releasing edited videos, and to get back into it, I have to fight the algorithm all over again.
Oh yeah, and honestly, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, that's income, but I mean,
yeah,
or it could be. It is potential income.
Yeah,
not necessarily is, but sure. That's kind of like why I'm just like I don't. In order to stay there, you've got to have that regular content.
Yeah.
To be relevant.
And I do want to get back.
I just don't have the energy to bother. I'm like at this point I'm putting something out like every 6 months.
Well,
I'm like, I cannot do something every week.
I do have. It's not the end. It's the
Respect for
time.
Roy.
It's the time. Yeah, much respect for Roy. It's the time. I got so much going on. It's the time. But
Yep. Roy and John Switzer. I mean, they're right there with regular content week in, week out. And man, I can sure appreciate that because I sure don't have the time to dedicate. I can't work an 80, 90-hour work week and put out content in the same week. It's just not possible. I sleep 5 hours a day. When do I have time to make and edit a video?
Right. But I'll get to it. I actually have a couple videos that I need to do for a side project. I am 50-50 on whether I'm going to upload them on my channel or another channel. Because while they are metalworking, they're not really blacksmithing related. So
you can upload them in both.
True, I could. Yeah.
There, Roy. Roy thinking about going back to daily content. Oh my lord.
Roy.
Are you trying to kill Jess?
So yeah, in case he typed that thinking that he'd get away with not saying it out loud. So Roy from Christ-Centered Ironworks is thinking about going back to creating daily videos. Yep. All right. So personal prep projects. Yep, that's what I'm being bogged down with. Sort of. But with that, guys, I think, unless anybody has anything to add, we might call that a show and move on to our final thoughts.
Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. If you'd like to suggest a topic, metal or tool of the week, you can let us know via email at islandmetalforge@gmail.com or drop it into the hashtag Metal of the Week on the Discord. Links in the description or further up in the chat. We go live every week at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, US, and every Sunday here on YouTube. And you can come join us in the chat, or you can join our Discord conversations live in the Blacksmiths church section on the stage. And that is at 12:30 a.m. or currently 11:30 p.m. Australian Central Standard Time every Sunday night, Monday morning. Check your local time for when to join. To see more from Yames, you can find him at Island Metal Forge on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. You can find Sully at Transcendental Artist Studios on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And you can find me, Adam, at Speargrass Forge on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So on that note, Sully, do you have any final thoughts?
The only thing I got is, guys, foster your creativity. Get out to your shop, make a thing, wear your PPE, and most importantly, have fun while you're doing it. Have a great week, you guys.
He sees you when you're fluxing. Okay. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Thank you all for being here. Much appreciated. I do plan to grow this to an empire of awesome eventually.
We're not in the forging business. We're in the empire business.
But yeah, tune in later tonight, 6 p.m. tonight. I'm going to be working on a hand forged calla lily. It's going to be forge welding. It's going to be flattening. It's going to be stretching. It's going to be a lot of frustration, a lot of watching me fail and watching me drop things and watching me laugh at myself. So tune in 6 p.m. Eastern for Forging with Yames. Lily. Yeah. So,
guys, don't forget to keep an eye out for Yames' YouTube announcement for channel membership, where you can get access to some of those really cool emojis that you see pop up occasionally on the chat.
And now I have to say thank you for the super chat, Roy. from Christ-Centered Ironworks. $10, one for the road. Much appreciated. Muchly appreciated. So, yeah, I'll work on some custom emojis today, and I'll be adding them in as I go. The channel membership tiers that I have to put descriptions and whatnot. They're just going to be very general, but just another way to support the channel and all that fun stuff. You guys have a wonderful day. As Sully says, don't stifle your creativity. Get out there and make something. I think he said get out there and make something or else. So very threatening final message. No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. I say get out there and make something or else. Try and make something. Try and make a bucket. Like a tinsmith would do, or whatever they're called. A whitesmith would do. Forge a bucket. Solder it together and show us your creations. Next time around. So, see you guys.
See ya. Have a great week.